Hi there, this is Karen Stever, and I'm here with Frank Gryner at thepublicrecord.com. We've been hosting Stever's Public Playground Project. This is a community effort to help us build a song from the ground up. We started off with the vocals and lyrics, we moved on to doing drums, followed up by guitars and bass, and now we were in overdub phase. This is anything goes this week, so anything you guys got that you want to send at us, solos, of course, because there's that solo section. And I really want to hear all these vocals as well. Lots of noises and anything you guys got around the house, keyboards, whatever. Just throw it at us. We'd love to hear it. We even had guinea pigs this last week, which was
more pets.
More pets. Please. For Frank to morph and not be recognizable by the time it's done. Got some people I want to talk to today that have sent in some submissions already. We have Cody. This is a real young guy who sent us in a video recently of his home studio. I think you guys should check that out, just see who Cody is. He ripped an awesome guitar solo. Pratik, you're continuing on with your kind of Jack Whitey but still Pratik sound. He's just ripping at his guitar, gave a really mean solo. I really enjoyed that solo in this section of the song. He also did one at the beginning and end of the track as well. Greg Harvey, you gave a nice lower solo. A lot of guys tend to go higher, right, Frank? But I think this is a nice addition. Chris Knowles, you gave lots of really cool leads all the way through, as well as Gord and Music Rocks. And Amdukius, you ripped a couple of awesome solos as well. I thought that you were just doing the remix kind of portion of this project, but as it turns out, you're a guitar shredder as well. Awesome guitar solos from Amdukius. We had a trumpet player named Chacotes, I hope I'm saying your name right. He recorded this on Mexican Bicentennial Day.
When was that?
On the 17th. On the 17th, yep. And he has a band called Botanica. I think you guys should check out. They're an Ensenada ska band. Or Ensenada ska band. I gotta brush up on my Spanish. It's awful. But in the second chorus, he gave these kind of trumpet, creepy, if you guys have ever seen that show, you mentioned it earlier, Frank, that show Carnival, gave these kind of creepy runs that I thought were really super cool. So it's going to be interesting to see how those can weave in and what Frank does to them.
You know, I used to play trumpet. You know that?
Well, you have a trumpet, but I keep trying to get you to play that thing.
And this is inspiring. Maybe I'll form a mariachi band.
But that case is so old that it's in. I think you're reluctant to open it in case it is. It's got that musty.
Smells like
like it's a 100-year-old trumpet.
A grandfather's heirloom or something. But,
well, we'll put out a request and see if Frank can't give you guys a trumpet solo. So I thought that was very cool that we're thinking a little differently because we have this bass track set. This bass, not bass. We have the basic for this track set, the basis for this track set, and I think it's really cool that Chacotes came in and did this trumpet on top of it. It had a nice texture. I also want to talk about Tavis Yoakum. You guys know him as Space Invaders on here. He did some vocals that I thought that you should be covering some Alice Cooper songs. Very Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Very kind of creepy.
Very evil sound.
Yeah. I thought there was some of the Theodore Roosevelt speech happening, with this kind of creepy Alice Cooper. But it was nice cool. It's always nice to hear what people can do out there. So it's really great to get that. Got some weird noises too from Colin in the UK. You guys might see him as COL 33145. He gave us some really kind of dirty underlying noise. Yeah, so I think it's interesting to see how you'll EQ things like that to work in the track. And also under the members videos, Deb, who you guys know had kicked an aluminum can around her driveway, sent in some more stuff. So Deb's really eager about playing on the playground. It's awesome. It was kind of a metal whirly gig, on her porch, and she got the sounds of it, much like Toots did with that Rototom.
And actually, what's turning out really cool is the audio on these sample hit videos that you guys are sending in, because not only is it interesting to see what's going on, but the audio is actually pretty cool on all of those cameras.
Also, we should ask Deb too. Yeah, the audio is really good, and we had some people that said, I'm not hearing any wind on Deb's camera, so I don't know if you have something, Deb, that you're doing on your camera that you could share with others that would help them with their audio, or if it's just that in Texas there's no wind at all. It's just a clear day and that's it. But it sounded really clear. The sample was really clear. So speaking of member videos, I want to talk to you guys about the art portion of this project. Remember I said in the very beginning, don't have that all figured out. We'll brainstorm that as it comes. I want to get your ideas. Mixing is going to start next week on this song, and I want to get on to talking about how this is going to be visually represented. And so Frank and I were talking a little bit about what we thought could happen. Now, people aren't going to have the ability to green screen and do all those kind of fancy things, so I want to think of a realistic way, as realistic as we can, to involve as many people who have been involved in this track already in a visual way. So if this is something we were talking about, like, does everybody videotape themselves jumping on their bed? Do you go out on your own swing set, or do you go for a walk in the bush and tape yourself? Or what could it be that everyone could do to conceptually come together in a video format that we could just have video clips of everybody throughout the song? For those of you that maybe are like, oh, you're not putting me on video, maybe do something artistic where you get your friend to videotape you from behind doing something like on a swing set or something. And so I want to get ideas from you guys. So this is a good opportunity for us to start brainstorming about what we can do, and what would you guys like to see? Like how would you like to see this visually represented later? And I'm really open to people who know how to do video, who, you know, artists who have visuals, all that stuff. So I think it's probably a good time to start talking about that. Of course, we've had some video come in. Who are some of the people that have sent in?
David Nicholson,
playing their instruments.
Tweak.
Right.
We had Larry, of course.
Right. So you guys have seen those videos where they're playing their instrument. Not everybody on here plays an instrument, though. I feel like I'm kind of reminded back to when we were doing lyrics, right? How everybody was submitting lyrical ideas and stuff.
Well,
as well.
I think it's like for those who do play and have played an instrument that
that is included.
Yeah, that I think it may be good to have a representation of that visually. Mm-hmm. Again, I guess what we're picturing is in some way representing this project in a video that is, you know, that we can kind of send out into the world,
right,
and kind of reinforce the fact that look at all these people, like all
that's
these.
That's a good point, Frank. But like, how are people who have never been to the publicrecord.com?
Because I mean, we can do things for, you know, our own entertainment here in the TPR community. And you know, we and that's great.
So you're talking about outreach.
But yeah, well,
how does that
I'm kind of thinking, well, this has been a really cool thing, and I'd like to like people to know about it who aren't involved right now, because I think it's compelling, and that's how we want this song to do well for the charity that whenever it gets selected. So it's about, you know, reaching out to other people beyond the community, I think, at that point. So we're starting to kind of think in that vein, and we want everyone to be included in that effort. Right.
So, yeah, keeping in mind how will that video look, if it's just on YouTube and somebody has never been to the publicrecord.com, they have no idea what happened here, you know, over a month ago now. They don't know our process and they don't know our family. How does that look to them for just seeing it for the first time?
Like, like imagine just seeing like kind of a collage of all these people playing their instruments, and those who you know have contributed in other ways.
Right.
Maybe it's something visual or some, you know, just kind of something to encapsulate this experience.
Right.
So that other people can understand what we're doing.
And then how can we bully everybody into sending video in doing that?
Yeah. So I don't know, we want to throw it out to you guys and to see if there's you know, if you want to, you know, kick around the idea of this, and if someone has a better idea of how to accomplish
this. This is just, to me, the beginning of brainstorming it. So I'd like to know what you guys would like to see. So let's leave it at that today, Frank. Get everybody brainstorming. Get those submissions in by Sunday at midnight, because mixing starts next week. So anything you got to put on this track, send it in, all right? We'll talk to you soon. Rock on.